Alrighty, folks, how are you doing on this Saturday early morning? It is currently 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the 31st day of January 2026. We're coming to you live here from the home weather office here in California, where we have fog outside the doorstep. It is cold, 39 degrees here, but not like cold as it is in Bristol, Tennessee, where Easy is also going to be helping us tonight with the live stream. But got some new stuff to share with you in this live stream as well. So first of all, right on the side here, we have a forecast, a 3-day forecast for your city. I was not able to get a lot of cities on there. We have like 65 cities we have pinned to this forecast. It's a 3-day forecast and a 3-day temperature forecast as well. So that's a pretty good addition to this live stream that we've added in. And there's more things coming over time. We're just not there yet. But once those come in, you will see some subtle changes to the layout. But as always, my name is David Schlotthauer here, your weather host for this live stream and the owner of the YouTube channel here at David Schlotthauer. And then, of course, we have Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy out of Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia, where he's been picking up some decent snow there, right around 6 inches. He has picked up, according to his yardstick that he has, that indicated 6 inches had already fallen, and there's still going to be more snow coming down. So let's take a look here at the Doppler radar right now across much of the Carolinas, as well as Tennessee into Virginia, as well as South Carolina, where we have some decent snow coming down. Knoxville, as well as Maryville, that is in Tennessee, some pretty good snow dumping at this time. Greenville, some light to moderate snowfall, and of course Bristol, you're getting a little bit of snow at the very moment there. Johnson City coming down pretty good, as well as in Hickory, Marion, we got some light snow coming down. But of course, the further to the east you go, there is a little bit of warmer air at the surface. So that is why this is melting to rainfall. No, we're not seeing freezing rain. No freezing rain at all, unlike the last system where there was a lot of ice. This one, it's either going to be snow or it's going to be rain. Pick your two wherever you go. So that's what we're seeing, and of course along the coast here of Jacksonville, as well as New Bern, including for Kill Devil Lake, hills, that is not lakes, Kill Devil Hills, that is. We're seeing some light rain at the moment, but the winds are a big problem. That's going to be the story going forward with how strong the winds are actually going to be associated with this system. In fact, there are hurricane wind warnings out right off the coast of Cape Hatteras in North Carolina. So winds are going to be a big deal with this system. All right. But the good news is no one's impacted by that. Oh, and by the way, how about Cartersville, Georgia? We'll get to your question here in a second. Actually, Easy could answer that in chat if you can. Easy, thank you for that, since we're doing a first-hand briefing here for everyone that's watching. By the way, I'm using WeatherWise. I am no longer using Radar Omega. The layout and everything is just buggy. It really is. And so I'm trying something new here for you all. So if you're wondering what I'm using, I am clearly using a different radar program here on the computer. But this is what we're seeing. We're seeing some good snow out of this, and this is only going to intensify. And you're probably wondering, like, wait, how is there snow? And actually, let me go here for a second. So yeah, how is there snow but not a whole lot of wind? Well, it's going to get into dynamics here in a second. If my, there's my epic pin. There we go. So actually, this is not being captured. Never mind. This is a window capture. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about this. Let me actually go over. Okay, hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm using a window capture here. So it's not capturing it is not capturing at all anything on from Epic Pins. So we're going to have to use the built-in drawing tool, which is just as good as anything else. And so let's do this. So we can see here a good shield of decent snowfall occurring across, again, the Appalachians. That's where there could be a foot of snowfall in some of these areas. And I think that's probably going to be the case at this point because the snow is coming down a little harder than what our high resolution models are have been forecasting for a while. But what's going to end up happening here is this is the Baroclinic shield, okay? So we have a nice, good Baroclinic leaf on the northern side of this. We have a surface low that is rapidly developing out here off the Carolina coast. And what's going to end up happening is this is all going to kind of melt into a big superstorm for us right off the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina. We also got some rain coming down across right off the coast of Florida. And actually what that is, that's a high surf advisory, rip current statement as well, due to some very high surf that is going to be in place off the coast of Florida. I mean, over western coast of Florida, kind of like California, like a little mini Californian system. If you think about it, you're really getting everything that a California storm would get. All right, so that's what we're seeing there. Actually, let's go to our models on the system. I feel like I have the intent to read your comment. So how about Carterville, Georgia? So Carterville, Georgia, let's actually go over to that. And the unfortunate thing about this is there is no, oh yeah, there is a search. Okay, Carterville, Georgia. So Carterville, Georgia, which is really nice. It's actually a nice, good layout here where I'm able to find this. This is in Georgia. Oh, and look at the zoom in. I love the zoom. Do you guys like that? Like just how it goes, just zooms right in, right to your city. So Carterville, you're looking at a little bit of snowfall with this. And for that reasoning, let's actually go over to our global models. Ooh, they have RTMA data. Oh, wow. This is really, really cool, actually. Oh, my gosh. This is what I was hoping for a long time. So, yeah, they do have everything on this. Sorry, folks. This is literally something new, completely new program to me that I'm using. So, let's go over to precipitation type here. And this is the HRRR. Man, I would hope that it would be a little more high resolution than that, but okay. We will just deal with it. So this is going to load in for us, and actually, this is not... Okay, this is the... We need the 06 Zulu. That's going to be the complete model run that we want. It's going to be the new, the complete one. Let's go to... Where's our precipitation type? Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I'm on it. Never mind. Okay. Whew. All right. So let's run this through. So you can see right here. So Cartersville in Georgia. You're looking at a little bit of snowfall now. I wish the timeline would be displayed up here, but it is not. It is not. So. Man, this is really upsetting. This really is. I can't get the time. Oh yeah, wait, the time is way up here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, wow. Sorry. I'm hoping this is local time. That's 2 in the morning. That's 2 in the morning my time. So it's going to be 5 o'clock. So in Carterville, right around, say, 6 o'clock in the morning, you're looking at maybe a flurry or two of snowfall. I would probably take this with a grain of salt. I think there might be a little more based on that little shield of snow that we saw to the northwest of Carterville. And then it looks like there will be some good snow out of this in Carterville throughout the day tomorrow, okay? So we're looking at throughout most of the day tomorrow, we're looking at some decent snowfall. And then eventually this gets into, say, Georgia, Columbia, Fayetteville, Greenville, as well as Jacksonville, where there's going to be some decent snowfall associated with this. Now, something very interesting again with this system is there's going to be what we call a Baroclinic leaf. This is what is seen with maturing type Baroclinic systems. So what I mean by that is, again, it's this shield right up here to the north. We have another surface low that is developing here. There's going to be a lot of moisture that gets flung onto the backside. That's what we call tail end Charlie, what we call a Baroclinic leaf. And watch what happens here. You can really see how this system really matures with that snowfall that comes down across the Carolinas. And this, again, would be for most of the day. For pretty much all day Saturday, you're looking at some decent snowfall. Primarily, it looks like Saturday afternoon. The further east you go, you're going to get the best chances of snow. But wow, this is definitely a system. Very, very strong system. Even so, the snow to the north is not going to be all that big. A little bit of snowfall over, say, Cape Cod. But most of the snowfall is going to be accumulating here in Virginia Beach, Jacksonville, Wilmington, North Myrtle Beach, as well as Charleston before things do taper off. And I'll tell you, there was a little bit of talk about this looking like a hurricane. Yeah. I mean, easy. Doesn't that look like a hurricane to you?
That looks like some sort of tropical cyclone.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
That is one intense hurricane. One intense winter cane, I should say, as what Weatherman Plus on YouTube would say, snow cane or winter cane going on. Definitely has that look, that DNA. I'm surprised they won't name it, though. They're just not going to do that. But then that moves offshore, and then things are a lot quieter after that. Maybe a little bit of something moving on through, but that's not going to be streamable. That's just going to be some very light snow moving across the country otherwise. But this is going to be the system right in here that is going to cause a lot of problems. We're talking heavy snowfall. We're talking strong winds with this. We're talking blizzard conditions for sure with this type of setup. And so that is why we're live streaming on this. Even so it doesn't look all that significant, it is certainly a significant system, to say the least. Also, since we just clicked on temperatures here, let's go over to temperatures, and you'll see it is definitely on the colder side. It's actually, come on, and this is loading slow. Maybe because of the fog outside, huh? So you can see here as we, okay, there we go. So you can see temperatures across Georgia in the morning hours. Actually, we'll probably, you know what? Let's forget about this. Let's go over to, let's go back to this. And let's go over to, sorry, folks. I mean, is there not any? Okay, here we go. Yeah, sorry, I'm not used to this. I am not used to this. So bear with me as I use this new program. So yeah, this is where we have all the activity. All right, now actually let's go over to satellite. Oh wait, yeah. Let's go over to satellite really quickly, and so I can show you with what we are looking at here. Where's our satellite? There we go. So now our Epic Pin, perfect. It actually works. It actually works really well. So we will use Epic Pin. My mouse is not showing up for some reason, so I don't know what the deal about that is. But rest assured, actually, let me see if I can go in here really quickly and figure that out. Oh, that's why, because cursor was not captured. So that's what that was. So as you can see here, this is your Baroclinic leaf right up in here. You have a surface low that's forming underneath all this cloud cover. Got some pretty strong winds that are coming in like this. This northeasterly flow. As colder air dumps into the system, we got good warmer air moving in out of the south here, even coming in through Florida. And this is really helping to get this low going. You got a trough up here. You'll see that highlighted. Actually, let's go over to our 500 millibar analysis, and you can see there's your trough that is moving into Kentucky right now. So you can see that trough there. And as we go back, you could really see how there's not much cloud cover in the upper levels, but watch this. How that cloud cover gets going, that's a signature of a maturing system. Okay, your system is maturing here, and because of upper level ascent, you're lifting up the atmosphere, ageostrophic imbalance, so you're lifting the parcels, and so when you lift the air, well, more air has to fill in that void, so you're creating an area of low pressure associated with a system like this, with that colder air moving southward. So that is why this is going to be a very powerful system. It's going to bomb out. It is going to be one of the strongest storm systems off the North Carolina coast, at least in 10 years, if not even more, as this system advects southward. So you can see it right here in the last several hours. You can see that trough really nosediving, southwesterly flow here. So we're beginning that ageostrophic imbalance, and that is why we are getting that low developing right underneath all of that cloud cover. And I can prove you that when we go and look at our, where is our, it's not it. Okay, so you know what? Let me go to Zoom Earth. Zoom Earth will actually show us the current analysis. So yeah, right here. So you can see your low already developing here on this wind plot. So you got flow doing this, you got flow curling around like this, and then you got flow doing that. So you have an area of low pressure that's forming underneath all of this as this colder air really races in. And so we're beginning to see that happen. Actually, yeah, look at this right here. You could even see that comma shape already starting to form. So that low is definitely taking flight, really taking flight right now. So that's why we're live on this, because the winds are going to be big. The winds are going to be strong in Florida. They don't look that strong right now, but wait until you see the forecast, because the winds are going to be pretty damaging there, especially along the Tampa Bay coast. And actually, let's go to our models on that. Let's go to, actually, you know what? Let's go to our wind forecast. Let's go to our wind forecast. There we go. We'll just use that. Whatnot. So as we look at our wind speed forecast here. Okay, there we go. You can see with what we're seeing right now, right? Look at this low right here. Look how this thing just intensifies very, very quickly. You can see right here, that wind really comes out of the north. Quite windy, actually, in eastern North Carolina. Got some good north wind there. And then, of course, in Florida, look at this. Got some pretty strong wind. That's going to be a huge issue throughout the day today, especially this afternoon when the winds are going to be very strong there. And so don't be surprised if there is some power outages due to the northwesterly wind that comes down the Florida coast. Very similar to California, honestly. This really has a California vibe where you get the northwesterly wind on the backside of a cold front, and the temperatures will feel, well, not really like California. We don't get this cold during the day with an Arctic, with a northwesterly flow with this type of setup. But I'll tell you, it is going to feel like California, really. Only the temperature-wise, it's not going to feel like that. But look at this low out here. I mean, this thing is going to be a beast and a half with how strong those winds are going to be. We're talking winds out here in the Atlantic, 60 to 70 miles per hour. That is near hurricane force winds. In fact, briefly, when this thing bottoms out, yeah, we could have hurricane force sustained winds out in the middle of the Atlantic here off the coast of North Carolina with wind gusts over 100 miles an hour. So that is very, very, very strong. Luckily, just luckily, this is not going to be developing over the Northeast or like right over North Carolina. That would be really bad. That would be terrifying. So when we take a look here at the European model, as far as those wind gusts go, you can see right along the coast here, primarily, we're looking at wind gusts between 65 to 75 miles an hour. That will be enough to blow down trees, power lines, not because of an ice storm, because of a windstorm on top of heavy snowfall that will lead to blizzard-like conditions right along the coast here of the Carolinas. But look at this right here, 106 mile an hour wind gusts. Actually, locally stronger, 120 on the Euro. Yeah, 120 out here. I'm not lying. I am not lying. That's 118 mile an hour wind gusts, and that's a steam jet, by the way. Yeah, that's a nice, good steam jet ripping on the southwestern side of that low. So that's why the winds are going to be very strong right there in particular with that system. So yeah, doesn't look big now, does it? Doesn't look big at all, but it's going to be very big. It's going to be very big this afternoon. All right, so I wanted to show you guys something. Let's go to Florida. Florida snow. Yeah, easy. You heard me right. Florida snow, right? That's going to be pretty crazy. Pretty crazy in itself.
I don't think I've ever heard of Gulf enhanced snow.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a new weather term. Gulf enhanced snowfall. Really, it is.
Yeah. For Tampa of all places too.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is going to get a little bit of snow. So let me go over to Tampa here. Where in the heck is Tampa on this map? Okay, there we go. So Tampa Bay, you're getting snow. You're literally going to get snow out of this. So let's go to here. And let me make my mouse black so you all can see. So yeah, you get rain. Yeah, it's not going to be bad, right? Just a nice, good light rain from time to time with this. But watch what happens when that colder air moves in. Yeah, look at that. A little bit of blue, right over Tampa Bay. Right off the coast of Tampa Bay, a little bit of smidges of blue here. And this would be overnight Saturday to Sunday, getting a little bit of snow. Now, of course, this model is not as aggressive. If we look at we have the 0Z at our disposal, you can see right in here, man, this model's barely showing snow. So the 06Z run is a little bit more aggressive, especially early on, where you do get a little more of Gulf enhanced snow. Gulf effect snow, we should say. Now let's see what the NAM is showing. Ooh, yeah, NAM. Okay, you're tasty, NAM. You're tasty. Look at this. You're getting some snow, maybe clipping Orlando at times. And then look at this. Seriously. Snow in Tampa. Snow in Tampa. And yeah, look at this. There's even some blips of snowfall as well near Cape Coral, Florida as well. So how much snowfall you could see with this? Yeah, 2 inches. 2 inches of snowfall over Tampa. Wow, that would be a record. That would be some decent snow. Yeah, 2 inches of snowfall over Tampa, Florida. Yeah, you don't hear about that very often. Let's go to Miami, Florida. Is there going to be any snow down there? Now that I looked at this, I mean, I think I'm wondering the same thing. So let's go to Tampa, not Tampa, Miami, Florida. No, it doesn't look like there will be anything down there. I always like checking just, if there's any hidden surprises, and I don't see anything. There's not even a precipitation type here at all for that reasoning. So, yeah, there won't be anything. It's not going to be cold enough. But wow, yeah, Tampa Bay, Florida, getting some snow. Getting some snow out of this. Literally, yeah. Gonna be cold. Hold on to your hats. It's gonna be windy too. So, yeah. So I hope you all are excited for that because it is going to be...
So I do have a history lesson for you, David.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So the last snowfall in Tampa, Florida was in 1977. And it was a 0.2 of an inch was recorded. The snowfall record in Tampa is 2 inches, which was also in 1977, but it was a little bit later in the year.
Yeah,
So this is a once in 50-year ordeal for Tampa, Florida.
yeah, not for everyone. We don't want to get that far,
Tampa,
but yeah.
Florida only. It's all Tampa, Florida only.
Yeah, and I wanted to show you all something too. And oh my gosh, when I showed Easy this, when I showed him the GFS model, I'll tell you what, this system is one thing now. Now, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we're only going to focus on one system at a time because there's a lot of moving puzzle pieces out there in the weather department of like how, like, will it get more active, you know? And it looks like it's going to stay active, but boy, I'll tell you what right now, the GFS, the 0Z GFS, one for the record books towards the end of the forecast. And remember, folks, we're late January, early February now. So we are in the time of the year that we really got to be opening those eyes a lot harder and looking really good for big snowstorms out there. And this is no exception. So we're going to look at the GFS here beyond our storm system and look further out, all right? There's that little blip of snow moving through, not really going to be a big problem. Now, what was once going to be a decent snowstorm here on the GFS and some other models, they have been kind of going back and forth with this. I don't think it's going to be a big issue right now. Maybe an inch or two of snow with that system. It's going to be a little nice, good passerby that's going to just bring a few flakes here and there. And that's just going to be moving on through. So not a big snowstorm with that one. And then maybe another one here over the Great Lakes, but even that is going back and forth. If we looked at this morning's model, it looked a little more impressive. Now this run in 7 days doesn't look as decent. But what's going to end up happening here is there's going to be a lot of cold air just bottled up here to the north, in the northern United States, in Canada. And that alone is not a problem, okay? Don't get me wrong. We like the cold air up there. We like the warm air down here, but there's a gradient here that's involved. You got really cold here. You got rather mild air down here. And so what's going to end up happening is that if one of these gets unbalanced, okay, and kind of gets knocked loose, and you get warmer air coming in off the Gulf, we're going to have a big problem. We're going to have some big time snow producer storm systems, similar to last weekend's ice storm that plagued much of the Deep South. I can't even believe it's been a week since we last had that. Man, easy, time goes by fast when you're doing YouTube full time. So,
it was like yesterday.
Yeah, it feels like it happened yesterday. So what really gets my attention, though, is this right here. That's one thing. Okay, that's one thing. But what comes beyond that is really alarming. And I'm not raising my eyebrows yet. I'm not raising the alarm bell. This is very, very fair, very far out. But just so you know, after all, we're in a really negative NAO, negative AO as well, and a very positive PNA, which means a very amplified wave pattern that remains over the United States. You have all this colder air bottled up there in Canada, in the northern United States, and warmer air back west. Something's going to give, and I'll tell you, once in a while, once in a blue moon, when things give, things get big. Right? Nice, good nursery rhyme there that I just made up. When things give, things get big. Right? That's going to be my new slogan for my channel. When things give, things get big. Because look at this. Something rings a bell. We got snow up here. We got rain down here. What do you guys think is going to happen next? You guys can take a wild guess. Because I'll tell you what. Look what's going to happen if the GFS keeps its attitude up. Look at this. This is going to be a storm system. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a big storm. What did I tell you? When cold air gives, things get big. And look what happens. Got cold air coming out of the north, warmer air out of the south, and look what we get. Yeah.
Just real quick though, David, this is a far way out. So
Yeah.
this is not for sure. I know a lot of reactions are going on in chat. So
Yeah.
again, things are going to change. Things are going to change.
100%.
Yeah. So I don't want this to really sound any alarms yet. This is way far out. So just want to put that up.
Yeah. But it's just the pattern. It's called pattern recognition. That's what we look for here. So yes, for those that are watching, I don't want to cause panic here. This is very far out. This is like mid-February. This is mid-February, literally. Actually, if this happens, I'm going to hit my head on the wall because this is the very day that I actually have a dance that I'm going to, a little bit of a party with another friend of mine here that I hang out with sometimes. And so I'll tell you, if this happens, I'm going to pull all my hair out. I'm going to be like, easy, you're going to stream for 24/7 on this while I am at my dance, because I'll tell you right now, this is very far out, but I'm just telling you, the pattern recognition, I love it. The pattern is there. If we get cold air bottled up here like this to the north, and the whole flow changes, and if we actually look at our 500 millibar flow, what is this? This is southwesterly flow. What are we not seeing? Northerly flow, right? Northerly flow is the descending subsidence amount of weather that happens in the United States. That's why we are not really going to see a whole lot of activity after this system goes through, because look at our flow is more out of the north, more out of the northwest. That's drier air, colder air, and we're not able to get systems under this type of environment. You can see it here. Clear northwest wind here in the Midwest. But what happens next is if the pattern changes enough where we do get a sneaker system that does something like this, like something down here in, say in Baja, and it gets injected into this type of flow here, get colder air out of the north, that's how you get some big, nasty, gnarly storm systems down here in the deep south. Especially, you know what, this is very El Nino-like. Actually, I don't even have to say it's La Nina. This is very El Nino-like, where we get a lot of southern latitude or low latitude storms down here in the deep south into the southeast. Again, I want to make it clear, this is very far out, okay? This is only one model run, but it does come with a great friend that the GFS has brought along with it. Let's take a look at that friend, shall we? Look at this. Again, doesn't mean the GFS is right, but it also means we do have to look down the road throughout the middle of February with additional storms like this. So if we look at the Euro, you can see the Euro doesn't have it, but it does have something kind of similar in that general zone. It has a general idea that a storm system might be somewhere in the vicinity here. However, each model, though, like the GFS has a different way of looking at it versus the European model. But yeah, I'll tell you this right now. You don't want to see the temperatures. Just for the heck of it, since there's not a whole lot to track with our winter storm just yet, nothing new coming in. Look at this cold air. Yeah. Now, please tell me that if that happens, that would be, if it happens, there's a 0.01% chance that it happens this far out. But if that happens, that would be an all-time record Arctic invasion in some areas of the United States. That right there would be pretty significant. Pretty significant on a temperature standpoint, and both from a temperature and precipitation standpoint. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but man, we have had a really crazy week already. We had that storm last weekend. We have this bombing cyclone off the mid-Atlantic coast. What else more crazier could happen? So that is why I'm not speculating that it is going to happen, but we got to keep our eyes and ears open on this one because of the NAO. The AO is really negative, along with a positive PNA. Just, it really asks for trouble. It really does. And that is why I'm not saying it will happen, but it is a distinct possibility. It really is. Let's look at the Euro, if it's showing something similar. Yeah, see, there's cold air here, but only there's no Arctic invasion coming out of Canada here. All the colder air is just kind of locked in across the Midwest versus the GFS model showing something a lot more significant right here. Now, of course, yeah, these temperatures would be awfully cold for Louisiana, for the Deep South standards. Look at the Dakotas. If that even happens, that would be dangerous. Like negative 50-degree temperatures. Negative 50, that's not your wind chill. Wind chill factors would make it feel like as low as negative 60, negative 70 degrees below zero. You got negative wind chill values down here in the Deep South, including for parts of northern Florida. That would be a killer. That really would be for mid-February. But I don't believe it. I really don't. And then maybe another one after that. Look at, so we got a system here in the northern, in the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes into the Northeast. Then maybe this system, very, very slim chance. I don't believe it's going to happen. And then look at this, another system down here in the Deep South. So yeah. We're not done. We're not done. As long as the NAO remains negative like this, that's going to be the concern. Now, teleconnections, look at the teleconnections, and it makes sense. Look at it. Makes perfect sense that our AO is going to be really negative, and our NAO, so our NAO is going to be very negative, and this is around the 10th and the 11th of February. All right. And then here is our PNA. Our PNA is going to be really positive. So got a positive PNA with a very negative AO and NAO. I mean, there's nothing to say that we could have a big problem, at least through the middle of February. Now, after that, I do see something changing towards where the NAO and the AO become more positive and neutral, which means hopefully, fingers crossed, that the Arctic air goes away. It really goes away because, oh my goodness, I feel bad for you guys. Like literally, it's like, I mean, to see temperatures in the 40s are like seeing temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Literally, that would be like, man, for once we got temperatures in the 40s. I love this kind of weather. Even so it's cold, it's not as cold as like 5 or 10 degrees in some areas, But just something to kind of keep in the back of your head that at least pattern recognition speaking, we really got to watch the models through at least the middle of February, through the 15th and the 16th, I think. We're going to stay busy here on the channel with either weak to moderate passing storms across the Midwest or something more bigger like you saw on the GFS. Again, it doesn't mean it will happen, but you have to recognize as a forecaster what pattern gives what, right? So when you have cold air like that, I mean, actually, let me just go back. I know you guys are probably tired of me saying this, but let me go back here. Okay, so like, let's do a thermal gradient perspective here on the GFS. So see this right here, how that's a tight gradient. That is a very tight gradient. And this is where your active weather is going to happen. You get cold Arctic air north, Mediterranean, subtropical air down to the south. And if one of these do give, let's go back to here. Let's go to, So let's just imagine warm air off the Gulf does this, and colder air tries to slide in on the backside. That's how you get problems. That's, I mean, if the Arctic air was a lot further to the north, then we wouldn't be as concerned, right? But man, this is pretty far south in the middle of February. So that is why I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go of the active weather yet. I will get the pattern is going to get a little more quieter after we get past this snowstorm. We don't have really much to talk about until maybe the end of the week. Into the weekend of next, but that storm even looks weaker than this one. We'll have to really watch the first full week of February, around the 7th and the 8th, for maybe another sequence of storms to move across the Midwest and the Deep South. So how's everybody doing? We're tracking the winter storm here live. Actually, let's go over to our camera dashboard because that's where we have cameras stationed in Virginia. Yeah, we were not able to get any in North Carolina this go around, unfortunately. In fact, unless Easy has his magical agadabra bippity boo, bring up the cameras as fast as you can, and then maybe he'll bring up cameras. He's much better at looking for cameras much faster than I am because I'm the host here and he's kind of the helper behind all of it. So how much snowfall will Atlanta get east of Atlanta? So let's actually go over to our snow. Where's our snow? Okay, National Weather Service precip. So east of Atlanta, Georgia. Oops, why is my red little thing there? Let's take that off. So east of Atlanta, you're looking at... Okay, hold on. This needs to update. Give it some time. There we go. So east of Atlanta, you're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. So really not a whole lot of snowfall expected there. However, if you are in the northwestern part of, say, South Carolina, that's where you're looking at about, say, 5 to 8 inches of snowfall, the expected amount. But this is where it's going to hit really good here. Maybe up to a foot of snowfall across Gainesville as well as, say, Jacksonville, South Carolina. You're looking at about a foot of snow. And then for the Appalachians, that's where you're looking at about 13 to 16 inches of snowfall for the Appalachians for the higher elevations. And Bristol, yeah, maybe another 4 inches for your area. And doing the math, Easy has gone about 6 inches, so 7, 8, 9, maybe 9 inches, maybe 10 inches by the time this is all said and done. So that is some good snow for Bristol, Tennessee with this system. Snowing in central North Carolina. So central North Carolina, yeah, that's where you have a little bit of snow that is coming down at the moment. By the way, I got something cool to share with you all. If you want to have your location displayed on WeatherWise here on my YouTube channel, just let me know, let Easy know, and then Easy will let me know that, hey, David, if there is too many requests, we will try to get as many in as we can, and there's no limit. Unlike Red or Omega, there's like 150 limit of locations you could add. And so on this one, there was no limit that I'm aware of. So if you want your location on the map, just hit me up here. Let Easy know. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then he will be like, okay, Dave, we got a location request out of here. But all I do ask is if you want your location on the map, please give me a city the closest main city that you live closest to. Oh, actually, you know what? In this case, since it's easier to search up on this one, you can give me a little town. But if it's not on the map and if it's not in the system, I'll be like, I'm sorry, can't add it there. So, yeah. No snow south of Raleigh yet. Not yet, because temperatures are not cold enough. But once that colder air really comes, actually, it is cold enough. Let me look at our. Sometimes the thing is a little buggy here. Let's see. Oh, it is cold enough. Interesting. Why is there no snow falling? Literally, why is there no snow? This is all rain. It's all rain, but not snow. It is 25 degrees, though. It is cold enough for snow. So most of this should be snow coming down, actually, and not rainfall because temperatures are in the mid-20s. That's way cold enough for snow. Chesapeake Bay. So Chesapeake Bay is looking at about 1 inch or 2 of snowfall associated with this system. In fact, let's take a look at your snowfall forecast here on the precipitation thing. And right now you're expected Chesapeake, Virginia. Okay, you're talking about Chesapeake, Virginia. I always think Chesapeake Bay. Let's go to Chesapeake. Okay, sorry. So Chesapeake Bay or Chesapeake, Virginia. If they could just name it Chesapeake Bay, Virginia, that would be a lot better, but they don't. So Chesapeake Bay is down here. So yeah, you are definitely getting some snow out of this. Oh yeah, you're getting definitely some decent snow, maybe up to about 4 or 5 inches is the expected amount. But again, that would really depend on that snow band. If it is able to go far enough north, then yeah, I can see you guys getting about 5 or 6 inches of snow. Snowing in Wingate, North Carolina. So Wingate. So easy. Any requests?
I am looking. I see Camden, South Carolina.
Winded, South Carolina. So we'll do that. Okay. So yeah, in Wingate. And by the way, this is for hurricane season as well, folks. If there's a severe weather event, this goes for any event that I live stream. Your name will be permanently on this map, and it will not be erased by any means. So yeah. So that's what we'll put in. Oh, not that. So Wingate. So Wingate. That's probably what you just told me. So Wingate. So yeah, Wingate. So we will add your name here. So let's go to save location and we'll go to circle. So I like circle here and let's add you to the name. So your name, I'm going to base it off of YouTube channel name unless you're too comfortable at giving me a real name. But I would prefer YouTube channel name. That way it's easier. So Holden McCook. That's where you are. So we'll copy and paste that in there and hit save. And boom, your name is on there. Look at that. I know it's hard to see, but it is on there. So when I zoom out, I can be like, oh, okay, McCook is on there, one of our viewers. Okay, a lot of people are asking. Okay, so Javon is asking. So let's go to that. This is in South Carolina. And let's go to your name and add you there. Okay, so that is right there. Thank you for the $1 donation. I do appreciate it. I have to enter circle in the whole time. That's crazy. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Save, and it's there. That is there. Let me actually take away temperatures so it's actually easier to see. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Jacksonville. Clint is asking. So Clint. So let's go to Jacksonville. Jacksonville. Clint. J.R. And again, this is for hurricane season. Okay, this is for other weather events. Okay. Oh, wait, whoa. Why am I in? You're not a city name. Okay, let's go to here. Circle again. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. And you're there. You're there. Hickory. Josh Williams. I'll try to get to everyone with the names. Oh boy, Hickory is snowing. You're snowing over there, Josh. Actually, how many inches of snow have you gotten? Probably only like an inch, huh? So Hickory. Save. Alrighty. Hickory, South Carolina. Or North Carolina you got. So we got 3 names already on the list. 3 names. Sumter, South Carolina. Sumter. Also, to help me out, just if you want your name, or if you want your location on the map for storm reference, just say, "Hey, I would like my location." Actually, if you want to create a form, easy on that, you can. So that way, it's a little more. It's sorted out a little more.
Yeah.
And also be sure to promote the survey as well.
Yeah, yep.
All right, I'm going to add Orland Diaz to the map. Okay. Spartan, North Carolina. Intig Jaguar. Very interesting names here. Let's see, Sparta. You're also getting snow. Man, I'm really jealous that you guys are getting snow. I'm not joking. I'm not, it's like, man, you guys are getting all the snow. We have not had a drop of rain here in 3 weeks where I live. We just have not had any rainfall. And luckily, we did get the rainfall when we did. But we are not getting any rain probably for another 2 or 3 weeks. We are just going to be dry. Very dry. Which is very disappointing. Very disappointing. Probably in the reach of ridiculous, resilient ridge territory. In fact, our air quality is terrible here. It's the worst it's been at least in a couple of years. It's really, really bad. That's why we have had fog every night. The air is just stagnant. It's just disgusting. We just have not had movement. You're very welcome, of course. What are these little... Okay, those are reports, I guess, huh? But yeah, I've already have 1, 2, 3, 4... We got 5... 6 locations. No, 7. We got 7 people that have already requested locations. So, what's up, Bill Goat? How are you doing? So, yeah, folks, we're tracking this winter storm. This is going to be the bomb cyclone of a decade, at least. Almost said 10 decades here. We're talking some pretty decent snowfall. Now, because it's cold up here in Lynchburg, we are getting snow coming down in that area, which I don't know why Doppler radar thinks it is raining there. It can't be raining. It just can't. It literally doesn't make sense. Yeah, it is 17 degrees, so it shouldn't be snowing, or it shouldn't be raining. It should be snowing there. So very interesting. Doppler radar is not doing good. Not doing good at all when it comes to dictating if it's snowing or raining over there. Just assume it's snowing, anything that you see on the map, just because of how cold it is. So yeah, you're getting some snow in Lynchburg right now. Lexington, you're getting some snow coming down. Hillsville in Virginia, it's snowing pretty good. We go down to other radar sites, that is where it is snowing pretty good here. Now, along the coast is a little bit of an exception because of the warmer temperatures. In fact, if we go back and look at, I'm just going to keep the meters up here. You can see temperatures right around 30 degrees. So it is cold enough for snow just about anywhere in North Carolina at the moment. And of course, snowing pretty good in Bristol, Tennessee, and it's going to be snowing at least, it looks like, through about 2 or 3 in the afternoon in Bristol. This shield of snow is really not moving very much because the Baroclinic leaf is actually intensifying. Snowing pretty good, though, in Maryville in Tennessee. Man, when I see snow, I am literally, I'm not joking, I'm jealous. It's like, man, you guys are getting snow. What's up? What's up? Zorlos, how are you doing? Yeah, AI precipitation indications suck. I do agree. Yes, to some extent. Speaking of that, though, let's go and look at what warnings, winter storm warnings. I'm very curious how many people are under the gun with this. So yeah, we got winter storm warnings. Yeah. Do we have to go all the way down? Oh yeah. Right here we have winter storm warnings. Man, 554,000 people are under the gun with winter storm warnings right now. Homes affected, that's pretty cool. Homes affected, 239,000 homes affected by this. And it even gives you events. Wow, okay. This is my go-to radar app. It gives you events. Jurassic Quest, yeah, that's going to be impacted because of the snow. And it gives you how many cell towers, paging towers, education, public schools, college, universities. Oh my goodness. This is actually easy. Dude, I never thought weather-wise was this detailed. I really like this.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm pretty sure it even has I don't know if they released it to the main site yet, but power outage map.
Yeah, that'll probably come out soon. And it actually says, oh yeah, it even tells you the impacts here. Yeah, so this one, 2.2 million people, homes affected, almost 1 million homes. Affected areas, Athens, Georgia, and it gives you the cities even that are, so if you click around, you can actually get a city where that actually is. And it tells you the events that are coming up. So this is really neat. Now, this is my go-to, definitely my go-to weather program for live streaming, for sure. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a freaking doubt. And it gives you SPC outlooks as well. And by the way, I want to show you something. Speaking of severe weather, and Easy, oh yeah, you weren't here last night for it, Easy, but SPC is getting some renovations.
I did see that.
So we will be doing severe weather live streaming this year. Let's go to the full screen here. Off topic with our winter weather is they're upgrading or renovating the SPC outlook. How it's going to work is basically you have different levels of intensity of significance. So you have a CIG1, CIG2, you have a KIG 3. So KIG 1, KIG 2, KIG 3. And then they're adding a 75% and a 90% risk for damaging winds. Those are the probabilities now. So instead of a 5, 15, 30, 45, 60 SIG or 60% alone, they're adding 2 more categories, 2 more chances. It is unchanged for hail and yeah, pretty much for hail, it's the same thing. And tornadoes, it's the same thing. Still going to only max at 60% for both tornado and hail on that. But the high risk stays with the moderate risk on the highest end for hail. They wouldn't put a high risk for hail at all for that. And then day 3 would just be still the same thing, a moderate. So yeah, check this out. There will be a link in the chat. I'm just going to put it in there without Nightbot doing it. So you guys can check that out and read more about it because this is going to make a huge difference when it comes to basically publishing like how significant will this be and that be. It's going to be different this year. And it starts on March 3rd of 2026. Just in time for the severe weather season, we are going to have that new categorical layout out from the SPC. And they do a very good job. They really do. Power outages with this. Let's actually go to our power outage map here. Let's go to that. right now. And this is what we have right now. Power outages. Well, there's a lot of power outages still ongoing in Tennessee and Mississippi, as well as Louisiana, from that ice storm. But there are no new power outages in the Carolinas yet. Still nothing right now at the moment. But I mean, this is heartbreaking, really. Look at all the counties still, literally, still about a week later without power. 70,000 houses, 70,000 homes without power still in Missouri or in Mississippi from that ice storm. That is unfortunate. Benton County, almost the whole county is out without power still. I mean, geez, this has been a long effort just to restore power in these areas. Very significant. And more Arctic air coming in. In Louisiana, still many counties here without power, still 23,000 without power there. But there is improvement there. And then in Tennessee, some counties like Hardin County, still 1,200 people without power from that ice storm. And 0 wind chills and negative 10-degree wind chills in some of these areas over the next few days. It's bad. It really is. I cannot say it enough. It is terrible. Really. I've never seen, I mean, that's a week. Days without power. Now we're looking at a week long, maybe 2 weeks, maybe before power even gets restored. So, yeah, that's what a 1.75-inch ice storm will do to some counties in northern Mississippi. Man, that
David,
I cannot live with.
You.
What is it?
I do have an update for you.
What is it?
Power outages. Eastern Tennessee has just received probably one of the first power outages, as my power has just officially gone out.
Oh gosh, I really hope you don't lose your power tonight, Easy. I don't think you will though.
Nope, it's out right now. It's out right now.
Your power's out?
I am without power right now.
So you can't take control of my computer at all?
I'm on my phone right now.
Wow. Oh, great. Oh, boy.
So, there's your power outage update. We are out. I'm pretty sure there was a wreck right near my house, so...
What is it?
I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure that there was, like, maybe a wreck or something right near our house or something. So I hope it's not a long-term outage, but... It is out right now.
Wow. Already power outages beginning with this storm. Already. And it's snowing and it's cold there, so that is not good at all. It's 16 degrees in Bristol right now. 16 degrees in Bristol, where Easy lives. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He's in Bristol, Tennessee, where it's like 15 degrees right now. By the way, he is the co-director of my YouTube channel, so everyone give him a huge round of applause here. Hopefully, if his power gets back on in time, he will take over for me tonight while I get some shut-eye. But until that happens, I will be here with you all. And if I lose my power, which I won't, but you never know, that will be unfortunate. So, yeah, please pray for Easy over there in Bristol. 15-degree temperatures right now, and it's snowing. How long has it?
Leave real quick and try to get my generator working. I will be right back, okay?
But hey, Easy, really quick.
Yep.
You cannot use your computer with your generator, or can you?
Yes, I should be able to.
Is it safe though? Because you know how a generator is. You may over.
Yep, I should be able to. Yep.
Oh my. Okay.
So give me a little bit. I'll be right back.
Okay. So the generator is getting involved in. Did we just get new winter storm warnings? Did this just come in? Yup. This just came in. We just got new winter storm warnings now for Virginia Beach. Winter storm warning just got issued or updated like a minute ago. 300,000 people are affected, homes affected. Now, 132.5 homes are affected. So, yeah. So they have extended the winter storm warning for that area. Yeah, I know. I really feel, I feel terrible. I feel bad for Easy. No power now. And it's cold. It's cold over there. And I'll tell you, this storm is already causing problems. So let's take a look here at the satellite imagery, since we haven't looked at that in a while, so we can look at the dynamics. This is where it all starts right now. This is definitely a big system. There's your instigator right there. And there is your flow. Southwesterly flow on the top of that low. Divergent flow. This system coming on in, lowering your heights. Baroclinic ascent. We have ageostrophic flow over the system, and that's going to allow for a very explosive bombing cyclone. This thing is going to deepen like a bomb. It's going to just like boom. It's going to go from nothing to something in like literally 12 hours. It's already doing that as we speak. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, look at that. It's shaping up. You can even see the rotation starting to be indicated here on the satellite imagery, which indicates that the system is deepening quickly. Look at that right there, right off the coast of the Carolinas. You can even see the flow being curved back like this very fast. So there is very, very strong winds underneath that. And this is only going to get significant as we go over the next several hours. Very strong system. A dusting of sleet? What? You did not say sleet. Did you really say sleet? There's sleet actually and snow on the ground in Florence, South Carolina. Well, okay then. Maybe the mode is some rainfall and well, whatever. If the cold air is shallow enough, maybe it is in the form of rainfall. But Florence, what's up, Heidi? How are you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. 5 a.m. back east. Where is that question? Sleet. Where are you at? Oh, maybe you took it down. So there's some sleet there. In Florence, South Carolina. It's crazy. But yeah, all the pink here is winter storm warnings, and that's what we're watching. So this is what the system looks like on satellite right here. Definitely in the early stages of deepening. And actually, if we go down a little bit here, you can see that low. Watch closely. You can see deepening very quickly. You can even see a little bit of a mini Baroclinic leaf showing up here. And so there's a low somewhere right here. We got another low trying to form here as well. And this whole area is going to just kind of start dropping. But yeah, look at just how the clouds just kind of exploded over that system. And look, it's blue sky over here in southern South Carolina. It's like, oh, where's the system at? Oh, it's there. It's just not over your area. And so that's what the system looks like on satellite. But yeah, it's going to be a big problem. This storm is going to be, it is already a problem, but it's going to be a lot worse as we go into over the next several hours, that is. So let's actually go and look at composite reflectivity. Actually, here we go. So this is a system that really takes off right here. For those that are just tuning in, by the way, look at this system. Look at how oh, come on. Stop. There we go. So this is what we're seeing now. Let me actually make sure we are on the right model run. Okay, yeah, we are. We are. So let's pause this. And you can see here, the time is really hard to see, but it's up there. This is like 6 in the morning. And so the blue areas indicate where it's snowing. And look what happens. Look at this Baroclinic shield. Look at that. Literally a very well-organized system that's going to shape up here. And that's really where that upper level low is going to tee up with. And this is going to turn it and redevelop another surface low very quickly at the surface. So the initial low is pretty much stationary here. It's not moving. And then this other low is going to just kind of do a handoff, and then all that energy is just going to get coagulated right off the coast there of North Carolina. But yeah, all day Saturday into Sunday morning, it's going to be a stormy one. It's going to be terrible. It's not going to be fun, especially if you're in Cape Hatteras. By the way, that's what my forecast has right over there. I'm even going to look at it right there. Literally, right there, you can see the forecast. It's a 3-day forecast for your city. Me and Easy spent like 4 hours working on that. That's why I ended up not streaming at like 8 or 9 o'clock last night, just because I was like, man, I'm going to spend a lot more time getting my stream ready for 1 o'clock in the morning instead. So that's why we weren't able to do a little bit of a pre-weather discussion on this system. But what a system. What a system. And that there's your three-day forecast to help you out with that. Pretty cool, isn't it? So that will cycle through throughout. I think it takes like probably about like 15 minutes for it to completely cycle through before it resets again. So yeah, if you want to know your forecast for your area, yeah, I didn't put every city in there because that would have taken ages. But I'm adding more cities to it. So ahead of a big a big storm like this, and if we go live for like say 24 hours or so, we're gonna be sure to bring that, put that in the info panel on the bottom of the screen for you. Also, you can see that forecast on demand as we're live streaming. A little bit of information for you guys. Now, of course, with the winter storm warning thing that I added there too, that is up to date, but I was not able to put all these towns and stuff in. It was just too much for the power of the whole info panel thing. So there was a little bit of a limitation on that, but we're working harder at expanding that even further. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, you're definitely getting a little bit of active. Well, not right now in South Carolina. You're not getting a whole lot, but that's going to change very quickly as we go throughout, especially the early part of your Saturday, early afternoon. That's where the snow is going to come down really hard, and it's going to continue all the way into Sunday morning as well. Look at this, still snowing in Myrtle Beach. So yeah, while it's not snowing right now and you're looking outside and, well, it's still dark there. It's because it's 5:15 in the morning. It's not snowing yet. The wind is picking up though, that's for sure, because in Myrtle Beach right now, wind is Wind is at about 10 to 15 miles an hour right now. That wind is, or that snow is going to be picking up as we go over the next several hours with that system intensifying. Dash Liga, Georgia. So there's another Georgia. You're very welcome. Yeah, also in Myrtle Beach, big time wind as well. So when you think that, oh, is it going to be windy too, David? Oh, yeah, it's going to be windy. So Dashlungia, man, weird little town name there in northern Georgia. Oh, there is a camera up here. Hey, you get a bonus. Little camera up there. So you are definitely going to get some snow. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do is I am going to trade that out. Okay, hold on a second. So I want to do this really quickly. There we go. Okay, so sorry about that. So we'll put that there and then perfect. That should be good. Not the best, but it will do what it needs to do. Oh, actually, we can make it bigger. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so yeah, for that area, yeah, you're definitely seeing a lot of you're going to see a lot of snow. Snow is coming down there. Actually, if we go over to our camera panel here, we can see with what we have going on. Definitely some snow coming down. Not on one of the cameras, that is, but most of the cameras look pretty good, actually. So not bad there. But yeah, in the Gainesville area, that's where it's going to be snowing. Yeah, I can't even. Maybe Easy could help me pronounce that. See, some of these names I'm not even familiar with them. I'm not. Baltimore, I'm familiar with. I can say a Baltimore a billion times. Baltimore, That's what I can say. Baltimore. Yeah, so Baltimore, that's up in here. Too bad, so sad. You're not going to get a whole lot of snow. You're not even going to get any snow at all out of this. Maybe a flurry, but goodbye. Yeah, you're not going to get snow. Sorry. Not this go around. You got your snow. So, you can. Dashlaniga. Okay. Dashlaniga. That's how you say it. Hopefully, Easy is coming back. Easy. But yeah, this storm is going to be a big one. Very big storm. And actually, if we take a look at our wind speeds, our wind gust. Let's look at our... That actually loads really good. I like that, how it just kind of... Good loading animation, actually. All right. It's going to load in for us, but you can see winds are going to be a big problem. Especially along the coast. We're getting 27 mile an hour wind gusts, but those winds are going to be very strong. Very strong. Almost up to 50 miles an hour. And then look at this yellow right here. That's gusts up to 70 miles an hour, perhaps. Yeah, 70 mile per hour wind gusts with that low. Did it crash? Did it really crash? Oh my gosh, don't tell me. Weather-wise, why did you crash? Literally, the program literally crashed. It like freaked out, I guess, and it just crashed. Maybe there was a reason why I didn't want to use weather-wise at first, but so yeah, this is what the wind is going to look like. Definitely some big time wind. Florida, you're looking at wind gusts well in excess of 45 miles an hour, possibly up to 50 along the coast there of Florida. So yeah, a very windy system. Not windy now, but it will be windy shortly once that northerly wind really starts developing and that low gets going. Oh my gosh, how yucky is this with the relative humidity? That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, this is what your system is going to look like on a simulated standpoint. Doesn't look like much, doesn't it? It looks like, what? How is that a big system? Doesn't look like a big system. I know. That's the creepy thing about Baroclinic systems. They don't look bad. But you can see right there, man, look at that. You can see a classic setup. Baroclinic leaf to the north. Got a good jet streak cutting right through that low. And that's why this thing really blows up. It just, boom, bam. It just blows up like it's no tomorrow. South Carolina. Yeah, winter storm warnings are out for South Carolina. Is this new? I think this is new. Oh, no, an hour ago. So Atlanta, Georgia now under a winter storm warning. Dang. Winter storm warning now for Georgia, all of North and South Carolina. And now extending that into southern half of Virginia. Thank you for the $2 donation for the super chat. I'm hoping Easy is fine over there. I haven't heard him in a while. He'll probably be on later. That's weird. There's no one out without power in Tennessee over there where he lives. Interesting. How there is. That's weird. There's no one without power in his county. Yeah, there's no one without power. That's crazy. That is crazy that there's no electricity there. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, he probably went to sleep. It is late. It is very late. But I'm here with you all. And we have a lot of snow really starting to develop here in Greensboro. If we look at our cameras again over here, let's go to our cam wash. we got. It's what we got. Yeah, this is about to be a mega storm for sure. It doesn't look all mega-ish right now, but it's going to become a mega storm. Big, mean storm. Yeah, Heidi, yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, someone might have hit the power lines there, but it wouldn't knock out power to one house, though. That's what I'm saying. The power outage map does not show. The power outage map does not show. Hello?
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 Okay. I am still getting everything set up.
Is there power back on?
No.
That's weird because in your county on the power outage map, there's 0 people without, there's only 1 person without power.
I don't think it covers what the power thing I use. I'm pretty
What
sure
is
just
it?
covers Appalachian. I don't think it covers what I use. It just covers Appalachian.
Appalachian? That's weird. Okay.
So I use the city. I don't really want to say it out loud because it kind of doxes me, but I'm getting our generator out right now, and it's an electric generator, and I'm gonna see what I can do with it.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna stay in the call just so I can come back whenever I'm back and give you an update.
All
But,
right.
if you want to stay in the call, just so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. So apparently what I'm thinking happened is the wind. It is windy up there. The winds have picked up. So what I think happened is the wind knocked out the power there. But it was weird. There's not much wind gusts up there, but it's blowing. I'm sure it has to be blowing very strong up there. And that's why the power went out there. It's definitely has to be weather related. Let's see if the cameras are working in that area though. Yeah, cameras are working. Cameras are actually working. That's weird that he lost his power. Let's see if there is. Yeah, there is power. It's crazy because these cameras would not be working if there wasn't power. So, yeah, all of these are working. Yeah, that's weird. That's crazy. Yeah, it is snowing there, though. Pretty darn good, though. So it hasn't stopped snowing. Once it started, it hasn't stopped since. So. But we'll be here. We'll be here. Rain or shine. Wilmington, North Carolina, waiting for the snow. Well, yeah. You won't have to wait for too long. Probably another 3 or 4 hours. The snow will be coming down. I don't know if its power runs off of solar. I even asked him that, but I'm sure it doesn't. I need this info for my mail carriers. Oh, yeah. Winston-Salem. Let's go to Winston-Salem. 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 Wait, Winton. Oh, Winton. It's an O-N. Winston-Salem. So Winston-Salem is getting some pretty good snow right now. Snowing pretty good there, 22 degrees, and the wind. Let's see the wind. Wind is blowing out of the northeast at 18 miles an hour, so the wind is definitely gusty there. But yeah, out here, there's a hurricane force wind warning. Look at that. Hurricane force wind warning in the wintertime. And then you got storm warnings. You even got heavy freezing spray warnings. You got storm warnings. Man, terrible. Really, really bad. Really, really windy. Oh, it's going to be windy. That is. Blue Bridge, Georgia. Blue Bridge, Georgia. So Blue Bridge, Georgia is getting some decent snowfall right now. That backside of that storm is moving on in, so you're getting a little bit of snow. Not a whole lot right now, but it is beginning to fall there with a temperature of about 23 degrees. So it is cold, more than cold enough for snow. Good morning. Good morning, Sheila. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's an honor that you're here. For those that are just tuning in, welcome. My name is David Schlotthauer, your host and your YouTube channel director here, making live streaming possible here on winter weather. Not only that, on hurricanes and severe weather as well. So it's an honor that we are bringing live coverage to you. Although my friend over here has no power. His power went out, and it will probably be out for the rest of the day. Knowing the circumstances that were involved, strong winds, some heavy snowfall in that area. So hopefully it gets turned back on, hopefully by the end of today. Rocking, let's see. So Rockingham, North Carolina, you're going to get snow. Definitely some good snow going to be coming down with this. And actually, let's take a look at the models on the HRRR because that way I can just teeter on through. So let's go to precipitation type. So let's go and look at that. So we can see here, yeah, Rockingham, you're going to get some decent snow. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I really like how the winter storms, you notice, folks, how I move this forward. Your winter storms actually expire. I really like that about this map or this program is you can see winter storm warnings actually expire. Really interesting. They're keeping the winter storm warning here a little longer than in other areas. Pretty cool, actually. But not so cool that this system is going to bomb out like that, though. Yes, I am in California. Yep, I'm 3 hours behind. It's 2:15. It's 2:35 over here right now. But not so much in the East Coast. It's 5:35 over there. But yeah, what a big storm system, dude. I'm telling ya. New snow totals. Snow totals, let's actually just base it off the HRRR since we're on it already. So let's go to snow totals. Are we able to even see snow totals? Yes. Hey, they got my favorite Coutura. So let's see how much snow is going to be accumulating on this model. So this model in particular has many areas at around about 8 to 12 inches. Across Charlotte, North Carolina, you've got Greenville, you got Knoxville, that are going to be seeing some good snow, additional snowfall there. But along the coast here, this is where maybe up to 13 inches, of snowfall is expected. For sure, because of that snow band that's going to be riding along really close to the I-95 corridor. So that's where you're going to be seeing the heaviest snowfall. Now, of course, this is one model. If we take a look at different models, can we actually click different models? No, we can't. Why can't we pick different models here? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, in DFD, this is what we want. So this is the total snowfall forecast from the National Weather Service, and this is what they're expecting right now by the time this is all said and done. So pretty much similar to with what the HRRR is showing in that area. Anywhere between 8 to 12 inches in a good area, especially across eastern North Carolina, but most other areas will more likely see about 6 to maybe at least 6 to 11 inches, with a few other areas that could see up to a foot or two. But yeah, the snow is going to be a big issue with this. That's going to be the thing, along to go with strong winds. In fact, the National Weather Service here, we go back. The NDFD is the National Weather Service model. That's what they use. And you can see here in parts of North Carolina, 42 mile an hour wind gusts. But look at this, right along the coast, that's where you have gusts, maybe up to 70 miles an hour. That's where you're going to see the damaging wind gusts for sure. Florida, you're looking at definitely stronger wind gusts, especially early on, where you have wind gusts between 30 to 40 miles an hour. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a snow Mageddon storm and a windy Mageddon storm as well. I'm curious with what the RFS model is showing when it comes to snow totals, which is an experimental model. So I don't really like using things like this, but it is a good. Wait, snow does it not even give us? It doesn't even give us at all. Man, that is really doesn't give us a whole lot right there. Wow, what in the heck? This does not show. You literally think they would have that. Wow. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. So only the HRRR actually has snowfall totals built into the model. That's crazy. At least on weather-wise, that is. Gainesville, Georgia, northeast of Atlanta. Let's go Gainesvilles. Gain. So for that area, you're definitely looking at, and this is not the latest model, isn't it? Hold on a second. Yeah, that's what we want our reference point to be, that. So Gainesville, Georgia, you're going to start seeing snow. You're pretty much starting to see snow now, and it's going to be snowing for a while. We're looking at snow all the way through tomorrow night, tomorrow evening. Charlottesville. So Charlottesville, or Charlotte, North Carolina, right? Yeah, Charlotte. I always think Charlottesville when I think of Charlotte, North Carolina. So yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's go to snowfall, and actually let's go to the National Weather Service precipitation forecast in that sense. Let's go over to, where are we? Right there. Okay, this has updated, but we want to make sure we have the latest update. Wow. So with the snow coming down in Raleigh, they have peeled back on snowfall totals there. But still thinking that there will be some decent snow in Rock Hill. Right now, Rock Hill, South Carolina is 8 to 10 inches. Charlotte, North Carolina, you're looking at about 8 to 10 inches of snow as well. In Virginia Beach, let's see how much snow Virginia Beach is going to get. So in Virginia Beach, you're looking at 7 to 11 inches of snowfall. I don't know, the name Hickory, it's a restaurant that I used to go to a long time ago when I was very young called the Hickory Pit. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Hickory Pit, but it was a restaurant where I used to eat at, and it was so good. So good stuff. I don't even know if they have it anymore. I don't think they do. But when I always think of the name Hickory, it's weird, just a strange old city name. Do you have, I can send you a picture of what has dropped in my area so far. Yes. So, how are we going to do this? Just send it to me on X. You could find my X page, but I'll put it in here. That's where you could put your picture in there and send it to me, and we'll put it on. We'll be sure to bring it on air to the live stream. Actually, let me window this. Let me dock that really quickly. Okay. So this is my... Okay, come on. Why are we not working? There we go. This is my X page right here. So if you guys want to send photos in of how much snowfall, maybe even the y'all meter, as well as any snow, like a yardstick or anything, just send it to me. And yeah, that would help out. Actually, you could be my snow report cast.
Hey, David. A little bit of an update. Still nothing power-wise. I'm talking with Nate right now in the background. He's helping me get everything set up. It's pretty bad situation on my street, at least. It's really, the roads are really bad around here, and I just tried to to drive down the street just to see where the crash was, and my car is not moving out the driveway. So it's it's interesting what's happening here. I'm pretty sure I just talked to one of my neighbors actually, and she said that she heard that it was a crash, but she didn't hear anything, so it could have been wind driven as well, because it was windy. But if you look at the cameras around my area, I was just looking on my phone here, like the interstate that runs right next to me, there's literally crashes all up and down it right now.
Are you freaking serious? Oh
Like
my gosh.
northeastern Tennessee right now it's under the hammer right now.
Okay, so which camera are you looking at then? Because
It is the one where hold on, I don't have much access here. It's one of the ones that's near the I-26 and I-81 interchange. It's only
I
2 cameras down from that.
I-80. Okay, so there's the 81.
And
One
I-26.
I-26. Where's I-26 at?
It's down a little bit towards Fall Branch.
Okay, near Fall Branch. Oh. Okay, so I got Meadowbrook. Okay, no, there's a 120. Okay, there's the interchange. Okay, let's see. I don't see anything on this camera where there's not showing any.
It's 2 cameras down for that. I don't know what you're looking at right now.
Okay, I was looking at the interchange of 26 and 81.
It's 2 cameras down from that near. So if you go down 2 cameras.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay, is it the Okay, this might be it. Oh yeah. Oh my. Yes, I see something. Yeah, I see flashing lights.
Yeah. So on that camera, I believe, according to my neighbor at least, her son was driving up and down 81 this morning to go to work. He said that there were 3 crashes right where that is. So there's one, I'm looking at the camera right now. I see the one flashing light at the bottom, and then there around the corner, there is many, many more, all up and down the interstate right through there.
Holy macaroni. Oh my gosh.
So that is my update for you right now. I'm still getting everything together, but I'll let you continue streaming. I will be back in a little bit.
Okay. Wow. Already. This is just the beginning, folks. This is just the beginning. And we already have pileups. We already got a pileup there. This is where we have the pileup once again. Actually, we are going to, what I'm going to do here really quickly is while I got that, I'm actually going to change that out, actually. We're going to go over here. There we go. Let me make sure it's all aligned very quickly. And no, it's not. So hold on a second. Oh, that's because it's probably... Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, look at it. Oh, yeah. Let's go right back right now Night vision's off. Night vision's off on that. Let's go to... Oh, yeah, look at this pile up. Look at this pile up already. Big pile up. Big pile up. Oh, yeah, look at the traffic. It's just stopped completely. Flashing lights here. We got more flashing lights up the road here. Big pile up. Big pile up in progress. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. Not good. We'll be looking at that in a second. I wish we had a snowfall emoji. I know. At this point, yeah. Yep, cars are literally stopped. Cars are literally stopped all the way back here now. There's cars not even moving. That is bad. That is bad. So we got a car pile up there. Let me actually go up the road. Oh yeah, it's right down here. So this camera's looking this way. Yeah, this is where it starts backing up right here at the at that Fall Branch area. It's where we have it. And right now, that's where the snow is coming down at the present moment. Actually, let's go to Doppler radar and look at that area. Oh, yeah. It is snowing pretty good. Snowing pretty good. And actually, if we go down the hill here... Oh, yeah. It is definitely snowing. So, yeah, big storm already. Big storm already in progress. Yeah, look at how expansive this has gotten. This snow really has expanded since we first started this stream about 2 hours ago, and it's accumulating. It's crazy. It's just wild. This is why no one should be out driving. No one should be out driving this morning. Seriously, like, why? What's so good about driving in the snow? Really, you're going to cause accidents. Dang, 81 goes all the way up to Pennsylvania. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, if you all are just tuning into the live stream, we are live tracking this winter storm as it breaks out across the Carolinas into Tennessee. We just got, again, that report from Easy earlier. We do have a pileup headed into Bristol right now. This is really bad. Power is out, and it's probably going to be out for a while, it sounds like. I don't expect them to have power back on until maybe this afternoon or evening. Probably not even until tomorrow because of how significant this storm actually is. It's crazy. There's no one without power there. It's just weird. It's really weird. But it's out. Yep, some people have to work, bud. Oh, I know. But you could work from home. You could literally work from home. you know? I understand, though. People do have to work, though, but like, yeah. People don't have a choice sometimes. They have to go to work, you know? But if you do have to commute to work on a Saturday, please, please, please watch your speed. Please watch your speed. So any questions you guys might have? But yeah, what a big system. Big system. What's your question, Benjamin? Wait. Benjamin. That's pretty cold, I'll tell you. It is cold. Cold, cold, cold. Could I get stuck at the truck stop in Kinley, North Carolina? Sir, you're in Kinley, North Carolina. So let's actually go to that, where that actually is. You're in Kinley, North Carolina. It is snowing there. So I would check with the truck stop that you're planning to stop at to see if they are. If it's passable, so which means you can leave right after the truck stop. Oh, actually, no, wait, you're at, okay, I mean, I know what you mean. Okay, so you're going to stop for the night to sleep probably. So you would definitely need to check the road conditions there, and make sure it's good. Make sure you're good to go after your rest. I would say with the heavy snow coming down, I would probably say you could get stuck. It's more of a dry snow, so it shouldn't be all that bad. Yeah, so south of Raleigh off of I-95. So, yeah. So again, you're over here. Yeah, there's a shell. Okay, so I would prepare. I don't think you'll get stuck, but there's always that possibility. There's always that slim possibility that you do get stuck. That's why I say again, check the road conditions. If they're going to deteriorate. Oh my gosh, there's a big slowdown now. Let's go right back to that camera in. Oh my goodness. This is really backing up now. Really backing up. Not a good situation right now out of Fall Branch. Fall Branch, that is. Definitely a backup. Definitely a backup in progress. Look at this. We got cars all the way back to here now. Traffic is really backing up. Really backing up. So you know what? Let me see Google Earth on that. Or Google Maps. Because they'll give me traffic information, actually. Oh gosh, yeah. There is a crash. Oh yeah, there is a crash right now on the I-81 headed southbound. just south of Fall Branch, right after the exit, right after the off-ramp, there is a crash. Traffic is already backing all the way up to about Dark Hollow Road right now. We got traffic backing up there. That's pretty much where that camera is stationed at. In fact, if we go right over to our traffic quickly, I know I'm not a traffic person here, but you can see this dark red area here. This is where it's really backed up, and it's just backed all the way up here. This is where we have our crash. Let me actually make my mouse a little smaller. So that's where we have the crash going on at the moment, because people go sliding down the freeway and they hit other cars, and that's how you get a crash. So again, don't be that person out there getting into a crash. You can see it right here. It's all backed up. Completely all backed up. Right, I think the crash is right around this turn right over here is what I'm seeing. So this is what we have. So it slows down here and it's just backed up. And then it starts speeding up again. But due to the fact that there is snow, traffic is not moving very fast on any of these roads at all. Really not a good time to go on, be out on the road, really. It's bad. Chestertown, Maryland. Chestertown, Maryland. So Chestertown, Maryland, we got a camera not far from there. Right now, conditions are good. There is snow on the ground. Roads are dry. So if you are planning to go out and about, do so. Go. Be my guest. Go out on the road and speed down at 110 miles an hour. No, don't literally do that. But yeah, roads are good. Conditions are good. There's no rain, no nothing. And it looks good for a good part of the day, for most of the day. Although there will be some flurries this afternoon from time to time. You might get a few inches of snow, but that's about it. Maybe an inch or two. Yeah, but any truck drivers out there, yeah, it's going to take a while for you to get to your destination. So Yorktown, Virginia. Let's go to Yorktown, Virginia. Yorktown. So Yorktown right now, camera. Let's take a look at the bridge cameras. Looking pretty good. Not bad at all. Really good cameras. No traffic to be speaking of. Looking good. Yep, this camera looks good. No snow. There are winter storm warnings there. And let's see how much snow they're expecting. 5 to 8 inches with locally higher amounts. So that's going to be the camera that we're going to start using. There's all these cameras, even up and down the interstate as well. And those will be placed in and out throughout the stream today. How about Trenton, South Carolina? Trenton, South Carolina. Let's take a look there. So Trenton, South Carolina, you're getting a little bit of snowfall out of this system. A little bit of snowfall. Or a lot of snowfall. Sorry, I am really tired, you guys. So tons of snowfall is expected over the South Carolina area, Greenwood, as well as McCormick. That's a brand name for spices. If you guys have heard of McCormick, yeah. I'm sure everybody has heard about McCormick. Very popular spice brand out there. And yeah, you're definitely going to get snow. Definitely going to get snow. Fayetteville, North Carolina. So Fayetteville, North Carolina, that is pretty much over here. So Fayetteville, oh, I was close right there. So Fayetteville, North Carolina, you're looking at a little bit of, definitely a lot of snow this afternoon and evening for sure. Up to maybe 12 inches, maybe 13 inches in some spots. So yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina, oh yeah, you are going to get a decent amount of snowfall. Strong winds for sure with that. In fact, you are under, yeah, you're only under a winter storm warning for that area. Actually, you're in multiple warnings. You're in multiple warnings. But yeah, Fayetteville is going to get like up to 12 inches of snowfall. It could be close to a foot, more like about 8 to 10 inches, 8 to 11 inches ish. 3 inches to 5 storm gone at. Three inches to 5. Depending on where you're at. Maybe the storm's over for you, but it is going to come. It is going to develop. It's in the early stages of developing right now. Monroe, North Carolina. Wait, there's a Monroe? Wow. Monroe, North Carolina. Monroe. Oh, no, that's a Monroe, Louisiana. So Monroe. Yeah, there is a Monroe. Crazy. So yeah, Monroe, North Carolina, you are going to get snow. It is going to be a snowmageddon storm for you. Who's excited for snow? A lot of you are probably excited, right? Unless you're on the road, then it's not so fun. But yeah, this is what the model shows by this early afternoon, mid-afternoon for the Carolinas. Look at all that blue. That's all snow. It's snowing. And it's going to be windy. Really windy along the coast. Big windstorm. Man, is it foggy outside. Outside my window. Wow. Yeah, you can't even see across the street. You cannot see across the street, which means visibilities are down to about 100 feet. 100-foot visibilities outside. We have had fog. Say it with me, folks. Fog. That's all we've had is fog. More fog this winter than any other winter that I could remember, at least. Blythewood, South Carolina. Blythewood, South Carolina. Let's go to Blythewood. Oh, yeah, you're going to be getting snow this afternoon. Not much now, but don't you worry. Hold on to your hats and tails. There is going to be a lot of snowfall coming. Throughout the day today, it's going to be dumping, especially this afternoon into the evening hours into early Sunday morning. It's going to be dumping. I hope Easy's okay over there. But yeah, look at this storm system, folks. Like, watch this. Just watch it. That is going to be dumping. That's going to be dumping really good. In fact, Bristol may not get done with their snow until this evening. Might be snowing all day for sure. Be a lot of snow. How much snow for Swansboro, North Carolina? Swansboro, North Carolina. Let's see. Swansboro, North Carolina. You're looking at, let's see. Let's go to the snowfall map there. So snowfall, yeah, so for the Swansboro, oh my gosh, where was I? My brain fart. Okay. Yeah, Swansboro, you're looking at about 7 to 8 inches of snowfall expected with this winter storm. Will Chestertown, Maryland get snow today? Chestertown, Maryland. Let's do that. So Chestertown, Maryland. Come on. Why is this not working? So Chestertown, Maryland, yes. So let's play through the forecast. And yeah, you are definitely getting snow, possibly an inch or two of snowfall for Chestertown, Maryland. This afternoon, you can get an idea where all that, there is some snow bands that will drift over your area. So expect maybe an inch. How much for Wilmington, North Carolina? So the expected amount for Wilmington, North Carolina, you're looking at, let's see. So yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina, you're looking at about 6 to 10 inches of snowfall this afternoon. That's what the models are picking up on. You're laughing at me. What's so funny about me? Wow. Okay, I just got a new report from Easy that the Johnson City Hospital released a statement to the staff basically saying if you are able to get to the hospital, we need everyone that we can. It's a very, very dire, bad situation. I don't know really what to do. It is, oh my gosh, it's bad. It is pretty darn bad. Possibly an emergency, like a serious emergency taking place right now in the Johnson City, Bristol area. Serious. This is pretty bad, actually. Let's actually go to the camera right now. The traffic is literally backed pretty far back. Look at this traffic. Literally just, it's not moving. It is not moving, and the snow is just coming down really hard right now. Just look at that. It's just terrible. Now we're all the way back here with the traffic. It used to be all the way, there used to be no traffic, and now it's just standstill. A complete standstill. Oh my gosh. This is not good. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know if Easy's going to be back at all today based on the situation that we're getting. Sometimes things happen, you know, power goes out and there's an accident that resulted in that power outages. That's why I'm glad I rested up really well. Really well. Yeah, it's a nightmare. This is basically a weather emergency taking place right now in the Tennessee area. And this is not even the worst. This is not even the worst of the storm. I mean, it's going to get a lot worse this afternoon, especially over the Carolinas and along the coast. I mean, yeah, the traffic's not even moving. Traffic's not even moving at all. Wilmington, North Carolina, 6 inches. That's what most of the models are showing, 6 to 9 inches, maybe 6 to 10 inches, yes. Caused by one vehicle, probably multiple vehicles involved. Schlotthauer Spice this morning. Thank you for that. Damage not defeated. Thank you for saying that, yeah. It's the David Schlotthauer live stream spice this morning. Trying to keep my energy up. Trying to keep the energy up here. Even so I'm a bit tired. Because my body was well prepped for this. But what I wasn't prepared for is the power outage that Easy is dealing with. So, yeah. In Fayetteville, North Carolina, going to be hit with the dry spot. So there could be a dry slot. That's what I gathered from some people that were saying. Let's actually roll through the model and see with what it's showing. So, and on this model, there's a possibility that some dry slots do develop with this type of system. But I do believe, though, is the HRRR might be overdoing the strength of this just a little bit, in my opinion. Just because, I mean, look at how it handles the convection. It just is convective biased over here, especially on the northern side. And at the end of the day, when you have a lot of convection like that, that explodes, the low gets deeper, and it gets deeper and deeper. And so I think the HRRR is overdoing the low a little bit. I don't think it's going to be like down to 965 or 964 millibars, but it is going to be very low, at least down to like 975, 976 millibars, which is low enough to really cause problems. All right, so the power outage part of everything is pretty local to my area, but I'm expecting it to get much worse over the course of the day today. Snow is coming down exceptionally hard here. Dang, dude. Yep, all about you only getting 3 or 4 inches of snowfall. I mean, this is probably, I rarely say this is probably the worst snowstorm I have actually tracked. On the outside of what we had last weekend, it was pretty bad. I mean, seriously bad, for sure. On a historic level, there's still trees down, power outages to almost 50-something thousand people in Mississippi. But this storm impacting my friend is really, really concerning. It is quite bad, actually. It is 14 degrees there, and it is just storming. It is very windy right now. And I'll tell you, if he's without his power for a while, this is going to be pretty dangerous, because tonight is going to be when it gets really cold. Look at traffic now backed even further up. So, yeah, wind chills tonight, negative 20 degrees in parts of the Appalachians and Bristol area. That's deadly. That is deadly. You need to have adequate heating, or else you're going to suffer because of the wind chill values that are going to be pretty darn dangerous. Actually, because of how serious this is, I have issued a weather emergency for northeastern Tennessee. I know it's not official from the National Weather Service, but because of how serious this actually is, on Interstate 81, I'm issuing a weather emergency for this area. This is bad. This is not good. Not good at all. Look at just how far back the traffic goes. It just goes all the way back. Well, if there is any good news, I think the crash has been cleared. Based on the map, I don't see any crash anymore, but that's not why the power went out. That could have been, but it's very local to Bristol as the power's out. Oh, we're about to get a new update. Hopefully it's a good one from Easy, please. The only good thing I want to hear is the power goes back on at this point. Yeah, look at the traffic. Oh my goodness. Now it's backed all the way up. The whole entire camera is filled with cars now. It looks like some of the roads are a little glazed over, so there might even be some sleet mixed in with this. Up, and there's another truck behind there. Look at this. It's completely backed up. Completely backed up. Wow, if you're going southbound on 81, it is pretty bad. I mean, it's completely backed up. Wow. All I gotta say is, why do these storms have to be this intense? Like, why do we deserve this? Like, literally, like... If we don't have heat, we are probably going to have to drive all the way up to a family member's house in Northern Virginia. I'm not even too sure if I can get my car out of the driveway as it is stuck. Right now, I'm taking it over with family. I'm talking it over with family. So he will not be on today. So the plan will have to be is I'm going to have to get some rest here by at least 4 or 5 o'clock, about 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I'll probably have to kill the stream unless Nate could come on and take over then. But it is a very bad situation. Very bad situation. I mean, if he can't get his car out, he's literally trapped. Literally easy. My friend is trapped literally because of the conditions. It's yeah. So it will be here for a while, though. Tracking this winter storm. Oh, looks like traffic's on the move again. They cleared up the accident. Traffic is on the move on 81, so that is good. But what's not good is my friend is still possibly trapped. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, you want to do the stream for me? You want to go? You want to be with me? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely some car pileups out there with the storm system. Now let's take a look at satellite imagery and let's see what we're seeing right now, because that is where we are seeing the storm system really take off. When we look at this, look at this low coming down out of the north. And there's where your low is going to be forming. It is definitely forming quickly over here off the Carolina coast. Definitely a lot of jet stream dynamics getting involved. Very cold air coming in out of the north. This is a big rush of colder air. And then, of course, you got a lot of warm air coming out of the south here. So there is a lot of imbalance taking place. So that's why you got a very strengthening, quick strengthening system that is. Yeah, see, this is strengthening. Wow. Yeah, look at that Baroclinic. Baroclinic leaf. That is definitely strengthening, which means the storm is definitely getting better defined. This is pretty much where your low actually is over Tennessee now. It's sliding right on into Georgia. And that's where your low is, boy. That is strengthening. That is, winds are picking up on that. When we do take a quick look at our wind gusts right now off the coast, we're looking at gusts up to 47. We got 38. We got 45 here. Very strong winds coming in and out of the northeast right now. So this low is really, it's picking up. It is definitely picking up big time. It's not very windy in Bristol. Interesting that the he says quite windy, so we'll keep an eye on that. But how's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. My name is David Schlotthauer, your host here with the live stream on this big winter storm. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe to the channel. Show your support by also donating to the stream as well. Because we are here live right now tracking this very dangerous winter storm. And it looks like traffic is moving nicely now going southbound on 81. Oh, what a big system this is, a monster. What's up? Oh, hello from Bristol, Tennessee. Is your power out? Larry, that is, from Bristol, Tennessee. Is your power out in your area? In Bristol, Tennessee. So you're on the Tennessee side, not the Virginia side. Please let me know if it's just you or if it's just someone else or if it's just very local. If it is local, easy, if you're watching this live stream, it could be your circuit breaker. Thank you, Kay, for the $5 donation. I do appreciate it very much. What's up? Here we go again and again. We are. I know. Boy, it is sure coming down in Georgia, though, it looks like. The image you showed looks like a surfman's wings. Yeah. Surfman. Yeah, it's a Baroclinic leaf is what it's actually called. It's basically the harbinger of very intense maturing cyclones that develop over the Carolinas. Like this one developing just off the coast of North Carolina. And the wind is going to be insane with this one. In fact, if we do take a look at the wind, we go to the wind forecast. Let's take a look at that because the wind is going to be very strong with this one. It already is, and it's only going to get stronger. So here's a look at the sustained winds. And if we play this through, you can see those winds are going to only get stronger as this low gets going. Look at this. This is going to get very, very strong. Especially in Florida, that's where you have the strongest winds that are going to be in place. Baroclinic leaf is what it's called. Actually, I can show you this right here. Baroclinic leaf. So if we look at the image, this is what a Baroclinic leaf looks like. Actually, let's go to... So Baroclinic leaf diagram. Man, I was hoping, yeah. So right here, this is what a Baroclinic leaf looks like, you know. So you get your trough that starts digging down here. Your heights dig down. You get a very strong jet streak that comes in out of the northwest, rounds the base of that trough, and then curls back like this, and then kind of shuttles off with the original, with the mean wind. And this actually gives you a lot of diffluence aloft. And then underneath that diffluence aloft, you get a lot of confluence at the surface and a lot of lift that happens out underneath that diffluence type of pattern like this. And that's what allows your storm system to really strengthen, and you can get a low that develops underneath this where the best lifting is, where the best lifting actually is at. So what you see here, here's another great way to analyze this. Here's a Baroclinic leaf right here ahead of what it would be a very strong system on this satellite. What is going to be a strong system. And so you can get an idea here. There's dry area, dry band that sets up. And then you look here, dry area, the system gets going. And then you get your dry slot that punches in. So you might get a dry slot on the cloud cover. And this gives us an idea that the system develops underneath that. So that's what we have here. It's starting to develop underneath that. Look at the satellite. See that? Right underneath, northeasterly flow here. coming down here. Then you got your flow curving around like this. You can even see where the low is. Yeah, this system is taking off. Wow. This system is going at it right now. Definitely bombing out and intensifying very, very quickly. Very quickly. In fact, Storm Prediction Center, the meso analysis, I'm wondering if they do have it. They have their pressure. If the pressure is very... Darn it. It's not really being analyzed very well there, but the pressure is dropping. In fact, if we go to... If you go to upper level air, 500 millibar analysis, yeah, you can see right there that lifting mechanism. 850 millibar. Oh, yeah, look at this gradient right here. Very tight gradient. Definitely a tight gradient with that temperature field, and that just tells us that, yeah, systems on the move. It's developing very quickly. I'm just trying to see where are... Man, I don't use this very often, so... Yeah, see, look at your heights here. They're falling very quickly at a rate of about 150 decameters per 3 hours. That is a big drop in upper level... in the upper levels right there. So that is the concern, is that there's a lot of energy that is going to get this storm system about. So yeah, moderate to heavy snowfall is falling right now across Knoxville, Tennessee. That's where we are seeing the majority of our heaviest snowfall. But if we go over to Raleigh, snow is starting to fall here as well. I know it looks like it's rain, but ignore the green. It is 22 degrees. Otherwise, it would be freezing rain, because warmer air aloft. But there's no warm air aloft with this. Temperatures are cooling off with height. Temperatures are definitely cooling off with height. And when we go along the coast here, yeah, that's where you have a lot of rainfall coming down. Some decent rainfall, and that is where we have the strong winds. In fact, if we take a look at our wind speeds, yeah, see, winds are starting to pick up here at around, got a 20 mile an hour wind speed there. It's pretty strong, actually. And that's coming in out of the northeasterly direction. Go down here further south. Definitely some snow coming down here over Whiteville, over Elizabethtown. Clinton getting a little bit of snowfall. And then right offshore, that's where we have some decent rainfall because it's not cold enough for snow. And then you go over here in South Carolina. Yeah, you've got some pretty good snow. Chester, Newberry, Winnsboro, Columbia, Pageland, Rock Hill, York, Spartanburg, getting some good snow. And then, yeah, you go further northwest, Morgantown. Yeah, this is definitely developing into a big snowstorm right now. Really impactful snowstorm. And then into Georgia, where we do have a little bit of snow, but it is not reaching the surface just yet. That will change in the hours to come as the system moves its way southeastward. Right now, we have a lot of snow coming down in the Tennessee Valley at the moment. It is also snowing pretty good in Roanoke. Yeah, Roanoke, Virginia, getting some decent snowfall at the moment. No wind, but there is snow coming down. And we even got some snow coming down in Lynchburg in Virginia. Yeah, got some snow coming down up here. Anything extending? Not much. But definitely snowing pretty darn good across the Tennessee Valley at the moment. And that's what the composite reflectivity shows us. Yeah, this storm is definitely taking off. I mean, look at all the precipitation that is increasing with this. Yeah, this has a lot of energy. A lot of energy. It looks like Easy is gone. He left the call. So, yeah. Hopefully he's okay, though. Hopefully he's okay. Should we see snow in Sumter, South Carolina? Yes, Sumter, South Carolina, you're going to get a lot of snowfall. So Sumter, South Carolina, you will be definitely getting a lot of snowfall out of this storm. Oh, yeah. Get ready. It's coming. It's coming. Right now it is 30 degrees there, so it's cold enough for snow. So, yeah, anything in the form of precipitation will be in the form of snow. We'll be there in about a couple of hours or two, maybe sooner than that. No, there's no ice age coming. No, there's no ice age. No ice age at all. How's everybody doing on your Saturday, though? I did mention Charlotte, did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry about that. So as we do look at Charlotte here. So Charlotte, North Carolina, you're looking at a lot of snowfall. It is right around the corner. You're starting to see snow already, and it's going to get a lot heavier throughout the day today. As we take a look at our latest models here, it's going to be coming down pretty darn good. Yeah, so the latest model does show a lot of snowfall in Sumter. In Sumter, South Carolina, definitely it's going to be dumping. It's going to be dumping there. Let's actually go over to Charlotte again, but also going to be dumping in Charlotte very, very hard throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours of your Saturday into Sunday. So Rockingham, looking at some light to moderate snowfall expected this afternoon. And also, yeah, continuing all the way to early in the morning hours of Sunday. So, yeah, sorry, you guys, typing back and forth with my friend here. So, he's not going to have his power back on at all today or even tomorrow. He is without power for a couple of days. So, I really hope he gets through the storm safely, but it doesn't look good. It does not look good at all. Oh, I know. Storm does have an eye for me. That's what I was saying is it good eye wall to the south. That's what the HRRR forecasts, Well, it's an image. It's an image, and I think it's way too aggressive with how it projects this. It really is. I mean, come on. You got some vortices going on to the north of this? Like what? Mesovortices? Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It is a crazy type of system that it makes, it has an eye, like literally the winter cane of February. The winter cane of February. I'm actually not too happy right now that my friend is freezing to death. Not looking good. Not looking good over there. And I'm trying to hang in there while this is all taking place. So, yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to go. It's a very serious situation. I will be back. Well, I will probably keep the stream running, but oh my gosh, I have to take care of this. Looks like Easy is having a panic attack. So I'm going to have to mute myself for a little bit and figure out what is going on here. So Unless someone wants to take over the stream for me and hop on and do that while I take care of this. Anyone? Anyone up for grabs? Anyone in chat want to take over the stream while I take care of this really quickly? All right, no, if you want to. Nope, I'm not. Nope. I'm not. He does not have a fireplace. No, he does not. This is not good. Not good. Just leave it running. I don't like keeping streams running and me leaving. Then just like leaving it running. And I don't want you guys leaving just because I'm not here. So that's why it's start a big fire outside. He could. Leave it running till next week. Maybe I will. So where is Easy? He will be back. Hopefully, we don't know when. We don't know when he's going to be back. But it is a very serious situation taking place